A big thank you to all of you who like, comment, subscribe and share my videos, or through other means support this channel. You are what makes this channel grow and become a resource for other people to learn from. Enough about how awesome you are, back to the video. Welcome back. It is the first Tuesday of the month, which means we get a new rotation of free assets on the Epic Marketplace. This month we are getting the Underwater World pack, we're getting an Isometric World Sky Temple pack, Big Star Station Lumen pack, Endless Random Procedural Worlds pack, and the Mediterranean Rustic Interior pack. As always, you can find these under the free category here in the launcher under free for the month. Let's check them out. First out we have the Underwater pack. This is a pack that consists of 70 meshes and 134 textures and 28 materials. So you can see here, looks like a fairly nice or scary, possibly underwater scene. We have a bunch of props in the form of rudders and coral and anchors and a shark. The shark is stationary, it's a skeletal mesh, it does not have any animations or anything like that. You also have these materials for this underwater effect going on here. So this is more or less everything that you get in the pack. This scene is pretty much everything. There isn't a whole lot more to this scene. It is a very small pack. If we go to the level overview for this pack, we can see that this is all that it consists of. Sampling of different rocks, the anchor, the rudder, the shark, some coral, some algae foliage, and this underwater seabed. Next up we have the Sky Temple asset pack, and this one consists of, as you can see, a playable level where you can run around with the character. The controls are not handling movement like dealing with terrain, it's just constantly moving towards wherever you click. You cannot click on a position and have the character move, you have to hold down your mouse button to make it move. But yeah, so here's an overview of sort of the assets that are contained within this, and the blueprints and decals and all of that is included in the pack as well. It is a fairly small level because the pack itself is fairly small as well. If we stop this presentation, you can see that this is the level that they have created, and they made this out of these assets from the showcase. So you can see that there is a very small assortment of meshes and props even in this pack as well. But that is approximately what you will be able to create from it. Next up we have the Big Star Station. So this is a sort of sci-fi themed pack. You can see we are sort of in a cargo bay, and we have an assortment of props around this area to sell that sort of feeling as well. And you can see that these rooms are all fairly similar, and that is again because this is also quite a small pack. There is a lot of repetition here, but yeah, this is the sort of feel that you can sell in with this pack. And let's take a look at the actual overview map so you can see what is contained within. So you can see here there are a bit more meshes in this one compared to the others. There's approximately 142 meshes inside of this. And they have approximately 165 textures, 81 material instances, and yeah, you can see that the quality is fairly good. They have a lot of small touches and things to make them look less than pristine, which sells the realism for them as well. And you have cables and walls and doorways and such here. So that's what's contained within the Big Star Station Sci-Fi Asset Pack. Next up we have the Endless Random Procedural Worlds Pack with level streaming in parentheses. So this pack is all about procedural world level streaming. It has, if we activate this game, you can see we sort of get this map generated around us, and what you see down here, all the assets that are white are part of the demo maps, These assets down here are what I created as sort of a quick example of what you can achieve with this. So I was using the assets from the Sky Temple map. Let's just jump down here and take a look at it. So I just threw some meshes in here and placed them in some positions relative to each other. How this works is that it's essentially creating a grid, and each grid you can sort of configure as a local level that will be streamed in, which this represents then. So this archway here with these statues over here and this sword, they're all on this square grid that represents one level. And then the procedural generation will occur in such a way that it will put one of these levels in each of the grids, making it fill out the spaces in between based on weights for them. So what I've done here is created this character, which I have increased the speed of, and as I run around you might be able to notice that it's actually chopping a little bit here and there. That is most likely because of loading in and out worlds. It might not be meant to be played with characters moving in this kind of speed. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't tweaked around with it to see what kind of performance it has. It was just something that was quite immediately noticeable. In addition to having weights like this for just generic tiles that you can place in all kind of infinity, you can also place specific locations or specific grids that can represent different things, like, I don't know, goal locations or pickup locations, enemy encounters, things of that nature. And you can even give them specific coordinates within the grid system, which might make sense, but it feels like it would be something that would possibly cause problems if you have an endless world and you run in one direction for a long time. Then finding that specific enemy encounter grid might be very difficult. But I don't know. That's maybe something you can handle with some clever design, possibly. Anyway, this is a tool for those that are looking into creating procedural worlds, or if not that, possibly to learn on how you can possibly set it up. It is very simply set up. When it comes to the blueprints, it consists of one blueprint, which is a component. The component itself is hooked into the player controller, so you can use this one or create one of your own. The world component itself reads from the Endless World data table over here, where you can set up your different levels, and where I created an additional one here, I just called test 08. Or you can also create them as new rows here as well if you want to. But there are tutorials on this on his channel, the creator channel, and the Epic Marketplace page if you want to look into it. So that's essentially how that works. Not very many parts to it. The flexibility of it is contained within the... If we go into the controller and check the Endless World component here, you can see this is what you have available to tweak around with. So you have the tile sizings and coordinates checks, and if it should block on load or not, and things like that. But yeah, I can't speak for the performance of this. Might be good, might be bad. I have no idea without some extensive testing. But for sure this is something that's interesting to some of you. And last out we have the Mediterranean Rustic Interior Asset Pack. So this is more or less what you get. You get this room with its containing assets within here. So you have also this backdrop here for selling the view outside of the window. It consists of 47 meshes and 35 materials. So again, another fairly small pack in this set as well. But if this is something that you're looking for, I'm sure this will feel consistent and rustic and useful for your needs. Anyway, that's going to be all for now. I hope that this was useful to you in getting a quick glimpse into what the free assets will be like this month. Keep on learning. Take care. hopefully you found this video helpful. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you did not like it, leave a dislike. Leave any suggestions or comments you have down below. Subscribe and share this video if you want to see more like it in the future. That is all for now. Keep on learning. Take care.